UFC 316 has come and gone, and with two championship fights on top of the card, we had one and still and one and new coming out of the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Of course, first in the co-headliner, the long-awaited coronation in the minds of many for Kayla Harrison to be UFC champion came to fruition. She largely had her way with Julianna Peña to claim the women's bantamweight championship. Huge moment for Harrison, obviously adds to her extremely deep combat sports resume throughout her storied and illustrious career in the Olympics, the PFL, and then now here she is, something that she said was going to happen for many years and was not too big of an effort for her. And I think we very well know what is going to be next. We saw it in the cage. Amanda Nunes was octagon side for this performance. She went right in there when Harrison invited her in. They had a hug, they had a face off. It was all respect, but there was intensity there, and you just felt, I think, the excitement and the vibe that we do not get with many women's MMA fights these days, if we are being honest. So that was very cool to see. That is going to be a massive fight. When it's going to happen, I don't know. Dana White telling us at the post-fight press conference, Nunes not even in the drug testing pool at this point in time. And of course, that's a bit of a window that we'll have to wait through. So that's the first and foremost step. And then maybe we could start putting things towards an actual date for those two to meet and what will surely be one of the biggest fights in women's UFC history. And then in the main event, it is the machine, Merab Dvalishvili, keeps on going. 13 straight wins now on his resume. Not only does he beat Sean O'Malley again, he does it even more impressively. He finishes it this time with a Anaconda North-South Darce choke, whatever you want to call it. A lot of names being thrown around in the media room by Merab and his team. One also said a ninja choke. So take your pick of the litter. Either way, it was a beautiful submission for Dvalishvili, just his second UFC finish. And what better time to do it than a spot like this? It was extremely impressive stuff. And now he is up there with the all-time greats to win 13 or more consecutive fights in the UFC. One of the most exclusive clubs, in my opinion. So big respect to Dvalishvili for what he did out there. And I think now the contenders are few and far between. He has wiped out so much of this weight class already, but a fresh name for him, Corey Sandhagen. I think that makes a lot of sense as a fun matchup. I think that would be a compelling clash of styles. Sandhagen has fought the wrestlers, fought guys who want to neutralize him in certain ways, and he seems to think he now has the answers. So we will see what he can do with that, but that is a big time fight. 135 pounds both on the men and women's side. Pretty intriguing right now coming out of this event, and of course courtesy of Kayla Harrison and Merab Dvalishvili, your two UFC champions after UFC 316.